Tuesday, February the 27th, 2018, to you. Before anything else, I must reiterate that it is against my policy to write personal issues in my diary unless those issues may be relevant to the letter subject. Having said that, one of the most memorable moments in my life was my visit to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, Israel. Indeed, I even developed the famous Syndrome of Jerusalem, though I danced techno at a discotheque in Tel Aviv later that day and I got cured quickly. Oddly enough, Christianity's holiest shrine is guarded by two Islamic families, the Yude and the Nusibi. Why? Simply because of rivalries among different Christian denominations that share the Holy Sepulchre: Catholics, Greek Orthodox, Armenians, Coptic, Syriac and Ethiopian Orthodox. Seriously, clergymen have even brawled among themselves as if they were in a bar. It would take unanimity among those churches to open the building, so Saladin put these two Muslim families in charge in the 12th century, and that arrangement has worked ever since. Obviously, the same unanimity could be required to close the building, and oddly enough, that unanimity was reached on Sunday. Pilgrims who were visiting the Holy Sepulchre found its doors locked up. The decision to close the shrine was in protest of Jerusalem City Hall's decision to act on a policy that any church properties that are not places of worship should be subject to municipal taxes. The city claims that Christian denominations collectively owe 186 million shekels, $53 million, in back taxes. Also, the Ministerial Committee for Legislation had scheduled a meeting to discuss a bill to be applied retroactively to allow the state to expropriate land in Jerusalem that churches have sold off since 2010. In my opinion, the former decision was correct. Church-owned commercial properties like hotels and retail businesses should pay taxes. Now, if Mayor Mr. Nir Barkat really wants to sort out all Christian places of worship in Jerusalem from eventual taxable properties, good luck then. As for the latter, it is a very bad move. Expropriating land simply on the ground of its previous owners, it's completely against property rights, not to mention its discriminatory effect against Christian churches. By the way, that bill will have been submitted by MK Mrs. Rachel Azaria Kulanu. Mr. Netanyahu did not have anything to do with it. Perhaps Mrs. Azaria forgot that some 900,000 of the 3.6 million estimated visitors to Israel were Christian pilgrims. She may have also forgot that Israel has always guaranteed religious freedom, as its territory contains the holiest sites of three religions. It is not surprising then that both proposals were finally suspended. A government committee led by the Minister for Regional Cooperation, Mr. Tzachi Hanegbi, will negotiate with church representatives to try to resolve the disputes over those controversial issues. And the Yude and the Nusibi families, following Saladin's command, did open the Holy Sepulchre this morning. Imagine there is no heaven. It is easy if you try. The world is still on.